Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/AITA. In today's episode, AITA for pointing out to my friends that they are not famous? AITA for telling my friend that she shouldn't wear a bikini to the pool? AITA for telling my husband that I won't be the one who tells our kids how he died? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. AITA for pointing out to my friends that they are not famous? My friends are dating, they're also actors who have had small roles on a few TV shows, I'm talking 2 lines or less. I say this not to be a hater, I truly am rooting for them, but to give you a scope of their reach. Neither of them have a following in real life or on social media, they've got under 1,500 followers combined. Anyway, last week I posted a group picture on Instagram of people celebrating a friend's birthday. Everyone in the photo has got their arms around each other's shoulders. Very platonic. Anyway, yesterday in a group chat between the 3 of us, they asked me to take the photo down because they don't want the public to know they are dating. I would consider it if they looked bad / too sloppy drunk / etc., but they don't. Also, everyone has their arms around each other, not just them. Anyway, I asked what they meant, and they said they didn't want to end up in gossip rags. I pointed out that they are not famous and that they don't even have functioning IMDb pages. They were livid and called me a bunch of names. I think they're delusional, but they've been texting me demanding it and even sent me screenshots of them reporting it. Nothing has happened. At this point, I don't even want to be their friend. However, and probably because I'm an asshole, I don't want to delete it based solely on principle. Edit, okay, so many of y'all are right. I suppose I should separate how I feel about their ridiculous / delusional / stupid reasoning with the fact that no one should have an image of themselves online that they don't want made public. I'll take it down. ESH. Since they asked you to take a picture of them off social media, you should have done that. That being said, they're acting pretty ridiculous about their fame. I agree that them wanting it down should be reason enough. But them not wanting the public to know they are dating is actually quite relevant. They are both at a point in their careers where the jobs they have gotten could fizzle out or the roles could increase in scope at any time. Either one of them could get to the point even 6 months from now where people would care to look for stuff like that. They have inflated egos. However, you should take down a photo when asked to take it down, regardless of the reason. He could also just blur out their faces and keep the photo up. YTA. When someone asks you to take down their photo, you take it down, regardless if their reasoning. NTA for pointing out your friends aren't famous, which is what you asked to be judged for. However, their reasoning for not wanting their picture up, silly as it may be, is irrelevant. They don't want it up, so you remove it. It's called being polite. YTA, they've asked you in a friendly way to do something important to them that takes you practically no effort. It doesn't matter if their reason is valid in your opinion or not. YTA, they may not really be famous, but they asked you to take it down. AITA for telling my friend that she shouldn't wear a bikini to the pool? My best friend was visiting me this week, and since it's summer we decided we wanted to go to the pool. She has been on antidepressants for the past 2 years, which has made her gain a ton of weight. She used to be very slim and skinny like me, but the meds have completely changed her body composition. She brought a few bathing suits and was asking for my opinion on them. She had a one-piece and a bikini she was deciding between. She kept saying she looked too fat in the bikini and might wear the one-piece. I actually thought the one-piece looked better, but I didn't say anything because it was up to her. She modeled both for me and asked for my opinion. All I said was I like the one-piece better. She asked me if I thought she looked fat in the bikini, and I said no, I just like the other one better. She started to act super triggered and kept accusing me of thinking she's fat, and I told her to F off and wear whatever she wants. She put on the one piece and kept making snarky comments about how I think she's fat and I would ignore her, but she kept taunting me with comments, so I just snapped and said, yeah, you shouldn't wear a bikini cause it doesn't look good on you. Happy now? Is that what you wanted me to say so badly? She just started packing her bags and went somewhere. I haven't heard from her since. I heard from our mutual friend Allie that she's safe. She just went to a hotel and rebooked her flight. But Allie told me that apparently my friend told her that I called her fat, and Allie says I could have handled the situation better even when I told her the real story. AITA? NTA. She knew the bikini looked terrible on her. She just wanted you to convince her it didn't, and when you refused, she pitched a fit. Her body issues are hers to deal with. I just snapped and said, yeah, you shouldn't wear a bikini cause it doesn't look good on you. Happy now? Is that what you wanted me to say so badly? This was a lose-lose situation, but ESH. Your friend sucks for projecting her feelings about her weight gain onto you, but you should not have snapped. Even I like the one piece better might be true, but even ooh, that color is great on you, or I love that print more, but whatever you want to wear works. Both are cute is an easier way of sidestepping awkward situations. Or wear what you feel most comfortable in, which puts OP's friend's comfort front and center rather than her weight or looks. I don't know if YTA or not, I feel like part of this conversation is missing. That said, you clearly do think she's fat and were likely projecting that opinion regardless of what words you used. Very slim and skinny like me was telling for me. ESH from your first paragraph and what you said, you clearly think she's too fat to wear a bikini. I wasn't in the room, but I have to imagine that although you didn't voice that your face probably said it all for you. Also, I just feel like a good friend would try to help her friend feel a little better about the weight gain and tried to give her some good-worded confidence. That being said, she shouldn't have been so pushy about what you truly thought. Also, she might just have been looking for a friend to tell her, girl, you look awesome in the bikini, rocket girl, you look good in anything, etc. And while that doesn't necessarily mean that she's an asshole, she needs to learn how to find this confidence within herself instead of searching for someone else's approval. Having thoughts don't make her an asshole, she didn't voice them till she was harassed. The slim and skinny like me part made me feel a bit iffy. What does your body type have to do with it? You could have just said she's bigger than she was before. Why did you have to bring up your body? ESH, there were better ways to go about it. Yes, she was technically asking for it. But she's on depression meds and clearly is having body issues, which does not help with her depression. You could have said something like, that color looks better on you, or something. There were better ways. She also should not have kept pushing her issues onto you, which is why I said ESH. Neither of you were being super great friends to each other. She was obviously baiting you, but you were also already body shaming her in your mind anyway. For anyone in this situation in the future, answer the question with a question: which one makes you feel most comfortable and/or beautiful? Whichever one the friend says, then tell them to wear that one. AITA for telling my husband that I won't be the one who tells our kids how he died? My F27, husband, M29, and I have been married for 7 years and do not have any issues with respecting each other's boundaries. This past weekend he completely disregarded me and I can't get it out of my head, so I have to know if I was in the wrong. For some context, I was the sober driver to our group of siblings and friends and we had been out at a bar drinking. We all had a great time and headed home. At this point I was the only sober person by a long shot. My husband suggested to go join the neighbors. That was a group of middle-aged women partying. We don't know them. I went out and told him that it was rude to invite ourselves to someone else's house without their permission and to leave the idea alone. Not even 10 minutes later our other brother who was single came in and told us that my husband was making him feel uncomfortable trying to get him and everyone else to go over there to join the neighbors. So I went back outside and told him to cut it out. I told him he was making our brother and now me uncomfortable. I was inside cooking food to help everyone sober up and everyone else was outside on the deck. Once I finished, I was slightly annoyed but went outside to join everyone. The next thing I know, my husband and his friend, M25, stand up and start walking toward the dock. I asked them what they were doing and he said they were hot, so they decided to go jump in the lake. It is pitch black out and they had both had over 7 shots that I counted in addition to many drinks. I told him absolutely not. That is not safe. He rolled his eyes at me and turned to continue walking to the dock. At this point, I was pissed. I yelled out to him, "That was fine. I just won't be the one to tell our kids why their dad died," and went back inside to get ready for bed. He ignored me the rest of the night, and when I made him come in to have a conversation with me, he kept rolling his eyes. I told him I felt like he disrespected me and owed me an apology for crossing the line. He insisted that he did nothing wrong. I tried to have a conversation to explain why his actions were inappropriate, but he didn't see it and instead countered that they didn't even jump in. They just put their feet in. I ended up going to bed and we haven't talked about it since. He thinks things are back to normal but knows that I am being short with him. This was an adults-only weekend and no children were present at any point. So AITA for taking things too far with what I said? Edit, since it's been asked so often, brother is not blood related and is family by choice on my husband's side. All other family mentioned are my husband's and my in-laws. Final edit, we had a great conversation and set healthy boundaries for the future. Thank you to everyone for weighing in. We both read all of your responses. Absolutely NTA, I feel like a lot of people in these comments don't understand just how dangerous drinking and swimming can be. Not to mention that he was clearly showing disorderly behavior and lack of common sense earlier in the night. Lakes can kill people even when sober and strong swimmers, let alone after 7 shots plus many other drinks. You were the sober one of the group, thus it would have been on your conscience if something had happened to them and you likely would have been unable to save them. I can tell a lot of these comments would just let people drink and drive because it'd be controlling to tell them no. NTA. What you said probably snapped him out of his drunken stupor enough to get him to reconsider jumping in, which would have been stupid. Does he have a drinking problem? He had 7 shots plus other drinks and was still upright and completing sentences? That seems excessive unless he's very large or this bar outing lasted many hours. No, he doesn't. The last 4 shots were at the end of the night around 11 p.m. Then we packed up and went back to the house where they continued to drink. He consistently had a beer in his hand starting at 6 p.m. The first few shots were around 7 p.m. Drunk people are not fun. I live at the coast and we have a memorial for a young mother who drowned after she went swimming drunk, so I get where you are coming from. I would honestly just encourage him to drink away from you, make his stupid mistakes, whatever they are, so it doesn't stress you out. People consider drinking normal, being drunk fun, and suffering the next day worth it. Yet there are more and more people saying how hard it is dealing with alcoholic friends/relatives/partners. I have to agree, drunk to a point can be fun, but super drunk me is a menace and thinks building sites are a challenge and playing Come Find Me is hilarious. She doesn't get to come out anymore, tipsy me takes the reins and knows her limit. It's not fun or nice to put the burden of caring for another adult on my friends, so I don't do it. NTA. Going swimming drunk at night is dangerous. He was being a pest and you were fed up. NTA, your husband was drunk and belligerent. It was a safety hazard and there was nothing wrong with you trying to stop him. I don't think he's mad at you though, he's more embarrassed that he acted that way. I don't even think what you said was so bad. In fact, I would have said it this way, just think about what the kids are going to think when I have to tell them why you died. NTA. Oh great, he's one of those get drunk and push the limits of social and safety boundaries until you call me out on it/save me from myself, and then I treat you like the bad guy drunks. I'm very familiar with those, and a big part of the reason I avoid drinking situations. I wish I had a solution going forward in the future for you. I haven't found one, personally. NTA, but you are a little optimistic thinking you can have a rational conversation with a person that had 7 shots plus many drinks. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.